All right, let's read toxic masculinity. I'll tell you this. I think toxic masculinity is a made-up term. It doesn't exist.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there's
shaming.
A spectrum.
Okay, can you define toxic masculinity for me, please?
I think that there's, like certain beliefs that you have.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you believe, and it's true, and it's true for the majority of men. But it's also like I'm sitting here listening to you, and I'm like, okay, well, if I want a man who's gonna make me feel special and respected and all those things, then, like, personally, I don't believe in monogamy. I've seen so many women get cheated on around me. I've been cheated on, and I just don't think that it's really realistic. So I do agree.
For men to be monogamous or women to be monogamous?
For men to be monogamous.
Okay, exactly.
And I think, but I also don't believe in the double standard. So for me, I'm like, okay, cool. You want to go ahead and do whatever you want to do. I want to have the right to do that too. I'm not saying I'm necessarily going to want to act on it the same way, because I am a woman and I am more so emotionally, wanted to be more emotionally involved with men. But I can also just have fun with somebody who's making me feel good, like have a one-night stand or whatever, if the vibe is right. Am I going to be out there looking for that if I'm in a relationship? Probably not. And I've been in long-term relationships where I had no desire whatsoever. Mm-hmm. But I just think that there is a lot of double standards, and it's not really fair, because you're
let me stop you.
You're
right
basically
there.
saying
life isn't fair.
I know that.
Oh, so I need you to understand that life isn't fair, and reality doesn't conform to your social constructs. Right. Fairness is one of them.
But okay, so let's take it to you don't eat the box, right?
Uh-huh.
But maybe the girl you're with, she likes that and she desires that. Mm-hmm. And you say you want to be able to go entertain other women and have sex with other women,
yep.
right? Why can't she go and get her box licked once in a while by somebody? How is that?
Because that is, again, like we discussed before, commitment from a woman is shown through fidelity. Commitment through a man is shown through provisioning and resources. So by you going to get your box eaten by another guy, you're overtly disrespecting the man that you're with. And if he's a high-value guy, I got news for you. You're going to get kicked to the curb, and another girl's going to take your spot in 2 seconds. Mm. He has the leverage. You don't.
Yeah, I hear that.
Now, if you want an average guy...
That's kind of like...
that's the price you got to pay for getting a top 10% guy. Now, if you want a cuckold that's going to let you do that, that's fine. He can sit there and watch you get banged.
Why can't men all from the fact that there's a lot of high value men that will eat your pussy, girl?
Of course, and I know that. I know that.
That's just me. That's just me. There are high value men that will do that.
Of course, there is.
That
was just an example.
That's just an example. But the reality is, if you try to step out on a guy like that, you're gonna get replaced.
But okay, so we're all sexual beings, right? Like men and women, we all have different fantasies, and so men might be into something that their partner is not into, and they want to go ahead and do it. They're either going to be upfront about it and get the blessing and get the hall pass and go do it, or they're just going to go behind the back, right? And I feel like it's the same way for women. Like, women do cheat, and it's because they're not necessarily getting what they're needing from their man.
That's because they picked a lower value male that doesn't arouse them and keep them sexually interested.
But
I'm telling you,
it could also be that the men's closed-minded and they have these toxic male, like, no, I don't do that. I don't eat pussy. I don't, I'm not into this threesome with another dude. That's just my personal preference. Maybe it's a threesome with another dude. Like, maybe
that's unacceptable.
But maybe she has that fantasy though.
Most normal guys, alpha males don't let their woman fuck another guy in front of them. Yeah. Cuckolds are not high value men.
But they don't have games. I know some alpha men who are into that.
No, they are not alpha.
Yeah.
So that by definition. By definition,
but it's like a weird. They're just like
hold on.
Weirdo.
No.
Freaky.
Listen, you got to understand. Number one, you're a woman, so you don't define what an alpha male is. And then number two, any man that allows his woman to have sex with other men in his presence is by default a beta male. Mm-hmm. Alpha men kill men that do that to the
they will literally kill you. What's important to realize is that there's different types of female for different types of men too. So like the type of female that maybe he's attracted to or that he'll get married to is not going to be, or whatever you decide to do. It's not gonna be every woman, so he can at some point pick the type of woman that he wants. That doesn't mean that he's gonna get the.
No. I'm gonna have to keep it a stack with you guys. Men are naturally repulsed by promiscuous women. I don't care what anybody tells you. If a guy sits there and tells you, I don't care, blah blah blah, it's cool, whatever, they'll just tell you that to get the box. But most guys that have common sense that are worth a damn will not take a promiscuous woman seriously for marriage or any type of serious commitment.
And so then all these girls on OnlyFans and doing all this sex work and stuff, would you consider them to be promiscuous, or to be not valuable as like a wifey.
All of those women are bad bets for a long-term commitment.
But why? They're just out here trying to get
Can
the
you
bag.
define
Like,
promiscuity real fast? Just
Yeah.
because being like just define promiscuity.
like
Okay,
why does
whether
what is their
she's-
job define their
Okay.
value when it comes
Okay,
to that?
whether she's overtly promiscuous, having a lot of sex, or showing her body on the internet to other men through OnlyFans or pornography, whatever it may be, even if she's not having sex with other men,
Yeah.
I probably would not commit to that to that woman seriously. And real talk, we've had porn stars on here as well. Most of them can't keep a boyfriend either.
Yeah.
They'll say they're okay with it in the beginning, but they always tell them you need to stop.
Yeah.
Why? Because men are naturally hardwired to be repulsed by women that are hoes and promiscuous. Why? Shout out to my boy Rolo Tomas. He talks about this all the time. Men want to be able to ensure paternity.
Yeah.
They want to know if you get pregnant and you have a child and I'm on the hook for paying for that child and taking care of you, etc., the kid is fucking mine.
Dialect versus like repulsive versus like insecure. Can we do that? Or
No,
not insecure
no.
in a way, but like there's a because your word wasn't, oh, I'm disgusted by that because she's doing this and that's fucking gross. It's no, I want to ensure that if I take the
Listen,
next steps.
hold
with
on.
her, let me finish.
You got to get your feelings out of this.
No, and my feelings aren't in it, but I just want to make sure.
You're mad about a word, and I'm here to tell you, no,
I
that's the
just want to
correct
make
word.
sure we're using the correct verbiage because that's
No,
not
that
what
is
you
the correct
explained.
verbiage.
Listen, let me just finish.
Go ahead.
Repulsed means you're disgusted.
Yes.
Now, you didn't describe disgusted when you explained why a man doesn't want to be with a promiscuous woman. You didn't describe repulsive. You didn't describe disgusted. You said it's because he's unsure whether or not what route that's going to lead him to. He is unsure.
Okay.
And so we don't have to even say it's insecurity. It's more of an uncertainty. But it's not repulsiveness. So I think we
It
need
is
to change
repulsiveness.
it.
And I'm gonna-
you
listen.
didn't describe repulsiveness.
Well, no,
Okay.
he is.
Look, if you let me, I'll tell you right now. You're mad about a word.
I'm not mad.
I'm telling you this.
I'm telling you, verbiage is important. That's all
It
I'm
is,
saying.
and I'm gonna tell you why it's repulsive, despite what you want to say. You don't like the verbiage, but this is the truth. Men are repulsed, and you want to know why they're repulsed? Just like if you eat bitter food, what happens? You want to puke, right? You don't want to eat it, right? But the point is that if you eat something bitter, your innate reaction to men have that same feeling when they deal with women that are promiscuous, because it is disgusting for men to commit to a woman that everyone else has had.
Yeah.
Purity is a very important factor that accounts into a woman's value to a man. I hate to say it like that, guys. I'm telling you what men ain't never going to tell you. You guys want to know how you get a ring on a man and how you get him to commit whatever? He can't think that you're a hoe. Like, that's what it is. Because here's the thing. I've met girls that are strippers, porn stars, etc. They get a boyfriend. The guy's okay with it for a few weeks, a few months, whatever. But the conversation always comes.
They want you to stop.
I want you to stop this shit. Why?
They can't-
Because men have a stomach-turning reaction to a woman giving their goods to another man. It's just the way the world works, guys.
It's
You don't
like-
like it? You don't
yeah.
like
I agree.
repulsed or
I
whatever?
agree. That's why I was trying to
It's-
wait a
but
couple
their
days
stomach-
at least.
their
Because I'm
stomach-
like, yo,
their
I don't want you
stomach
to think
turns.
that I'm just out here like that.
It's like
Let me
in high
finish.
school.
Hold on. No.
Access me
I'm
like that.
finishing
Hold
this
on.
shit.
Yeah.
Because they really need to understand this. Like, repulsed. We got to get your feelings out of it. A man is designed, his stomach is going to turn when he sees a girl being a hoe. If a girl's getting a train ran on her, that guy might bang her, but he definitely ain't going to take her serious or commit. Because men understand their reputation matters. They don't want to get laughed at by everyone. And quite frankly, committing to a promiscuous girl makes you look like a clown. It's bad for your rep. Men are hardwired to have their stomach turn
Yeah.
at a girl that's a thought.